What's going on? What's going on? Hi, everyone. Good evening, everyone. This is APO Sports, and we're back with another evaluation of offensive possessions using the Chessboard Basketball system of tonight's game of the Indiana Fever versus Minnesota Lynx. I don't really have a lot to say. I'll have a post-game reaction, more full, talking about the entire game tomorrow morning. So now we're just gonna, I just like to do the evaluations while being live, and if someone can join in, then that's awesome. Hang on, let me bring this up. Oops, what is this? If people can join while I'm doing this, then that's great. If not, that is cool as well. But yeah, it's just evaluating. We'll see. It's obvious. The one thing that I do want to say, it's that it's pretty obvious that the Fever have a coaching problem. I mean, that's kind of easy to see. The fact that they haven't figured out the offense yet, and I know 100% that the Fever, all the injuries and the personnel and the roster, having people coming in and out of the team, of course, doesn't help when you try to create an offense and a system and some structure. But you do have two players who the team should know that they are, I don't know, the two players that the offense is going to run through. And it just appears that they still struggle to figure that out, at least on the Aaliyah Boston thing. There's no confusion with Kelsey Mitchell, but when you see players that come off the street, right? Just in the case of Aerial Powers, which I'm not here to criticize at all. I mean, all the help we can get, right? But when you have a player like Aerial Powers, who is almost competing with Aaliyah Boston for shots. At some point, they both had 6 shots in the game taken. I mean, that's kind of crazy, right? When other players get more touches than Aaliyah Boston, who, I don't know. That continues to be my main complaint. Is just their inability to get the offense going through Aaliyah Boston. They did for a little bit in the first quarter and then completely went away from that. So I just don't know how that happens. And I'm thinking that maybe there are, I don't know, smarter people than me that can make some sense of that, but it doesn't make any sense to me. But anyways, let's do this. Let's start this up. So here we have it. Here's the evaluation sheet, and we have, of course, we have Clark who's down, we have Sophie who's down, we have a lot more people who are down. I'm not including here Colson. I'm not including here McDonald, because they're out for the season, and I know Sophie's out for the season as well, but I still chose to leave her here on the evaluation sheet. Chances that Sophie comes back next season are pretty good compared to, say, McDonald or Colson or anyone like that. So I didn't include them, but Powers, I think she's a Knight, just in the way that she was playing on the offense and the amount of shots that she was taking. Turner continues to be a pawn. And the Knights are just unpredictable, right? The Knights are those players that you really don't know what they're going to provide you one day from the next. That's been evident with Sims. That's been evident with Dantas. That's been evident with Timpson. That's been evident with Petty and Powers. So those are the Knight type of players. And then the Bishop types of players are the ones that are more predictable, that you kind of know what their game plan is, or their not their game plan, but their game style is. So they're pretty consistent in that. So we'll add powers here, and as a knight. So knight number 5 is gonna be powers. And yeah, let's go over the first possession and see how that went. I mean, the game didn't start too bad. The game started actually pretty good for the Fever. Let's see. And then of course Nafisa Collier being back. It's, I mean, the Lynx are already super tough to beat without Collier, and then you add Collier and forget it, right? So okay, first possession. You know, we had Sims to Lexi, but Lexi finding Boston, and then Boston just going to work early, down low into paint. Nice move on Alana Smith. So that was 9 points by because it was Boston's, and then so 2-0 9 points because it's Boston, and then 5 points for the made interior shot. So starting pretty good. Queen 2 makes interior shot unassisted, but there was some ball movement. It was Sims to Lexi to Aaliyah, which is kind of what you want to see. So this possession is good. Good start. Okay, next one was Sims. Got fouled. Sims to Howard. Posting, kind of finding Lexi. And then Lexi took a bit of a... Let's see, what's that? No, that wouldn't have been assisted, but Lexi took a bit of a... I don't even know. Let's just do 0, because I can't tell if it was a good shot or not. I mean, it was... She's going down. Only one person. Only Williams came out to defend, but that was still enough to bother her. So let's say it was okay. It was an alright attempt, but still a bad possession. So at this point it was 2-3, since the Lynx scored a 3 on the other end. Bishop 2 misses interior shot, or misses driving layup, or contested driving layup. That's what we had there. Okay. Hey, down low. So Aaliyah Boston all the way from the top, and she just goes in against the whole entire team. So another interior shot made by Aaliyah Boston. Increase this. At this point, the game score was 4-3. Queen 2 makes driving interior shot. And again, they went to Boston early, and then, I mean, we'll see. We already kind of know what happened here. Okay, and then Lexi finds Aaliyah Boston for another made. 2. 14, and then Lexi with the assist. This becoming a great possession. Score being 6-3. Everything's okay in the world up to this point. Bishop 2 finds Queen 2 for made interior shot. This is still on the basketball court, yeah. Okay, Mitchell. Kind of bad pass to Sims. Sims kind of fumbles, finds Howard. And then Howard passes to Sims, who knocks it down. I think that was an okay shot by Sims. 5. 12. And another great possession. 9-5 at this point. And then this is rook 2 finds knight 2 for a made 3-point shot. Okay. Okay, so we have Sims at the top. Driving to the basket, shooting. And then, okay, Howard. I mean, if it wasn't because Howard cleaned it up, that would have been kind of bad for Sims. It was just a bad shot to take there. But this is good. 11-5 at this point. Rook 2 makes interior shot off an offensive rebound. Okay, Sims is bringing it down again to Howard at the top, back to Sims. That's already kind of wild. And she tried to go into Boston, but the pass was intercepted. I just don't know how. I don't know why they have such a tough time trying to find Boston down low. It's just mind-boggling to me. Lexi back to Boston, who scores again. So 14. Assist by Lexi. Great possession. This is 13-7. I mean, Boston was straight cooking early. So Bishop 2 finds Queen 2 for made interior shot. Okay, next possession, Howard bringing it down. I don't like it when Howard brings down the basketball. She was bailed out there by a foul, but I'm just not a fan of her bringing it, especially on the fast break. Typically, she just gets intercepted. Here, seems like Patty came in for Sims. So let's account for that. Okay, so Patty to Boston at the top, and Boston finds Petty, Mitchell to Lexi for 3, but then Howard again cleans up. This is, I think, where Howard is maybe at her best, and the thing where the Fever can utilize her is just kind of cleaning up some offensive rebounds. 15-7, but as we can see so far, they've been, these offensive possessions have been okay. Rook 2 makes interior shot off an offensive rebound. Okay. Who's in now? Okay, Lexi, Howard, Petty, Mitchell still. Okay, so Petty's bringing down the basketball to Boston, who's driving. Almost made that, but missed. And then threw some sort of foul there. So 9 minus 3, that's 6. Marginal. 15-10. Yeah, 15-10. 22. Misses. Interior shot. Did someone try to assist? Nah. Nah, she just drove. Okay. Petty coming down to Howard. Howard is just dribbling too much and then passes to Mitchell, who makes that 3. So Howard very active early. Mitchell 14 points. 18-10 score at this point. And this was Rook 2 finds Rook 1 for made 3-point shot. Okay, let's expand this a little bit. Okay, Petty struggling over there by the half court, gives it to Boston, who hands it off to Mitchell, driving to the basket. So that was a good drive by Kelsey, assisted by Boston. This is 10. Great possession. 20-13 is the game score. Boston and Mitchell. So Queen 2, hands off basketball off of screen to Rook 1 for made driving layup. Okay. So Petty, bringing it down again. Boston, top of the key, way far out there from above, beyond the 3-point line. Hands it off to Mitchell, gives it to Howard, who drives to the basket for a missed interior shot, but they get offensive rebound. Kelsey Mitchell collects and drives and misses, and Boston misses. And that's how the session ends, with a Boston. But a lot of things going on down there, but she missed an interior shot off an offensive rebound. 2016. Queen 2 misses interior shot off an offensive rebound. Marginal possession. Okay, I mean, so far possessions they could be better for sure, but they're okay so far. I know it's about to get wild and really bad really soon. Okay, Petty to Boston beyond the 3-point line, to Kelsey Mitchell, still top of the key, to Boston down low. She gets double and finds Lexi for what would have been, but she was wide open in the paint and just missed, like a bunny type thing. So that was kind of bad, but Boston finding Lexi for the missed shot. So it was a good possession overall, but the 18, she missed it, just missed it. Queen 2 finds Bishop 2 for missed interior shot. Petty brings it down, goes all the way to the basket. I think this is for an N1. Yup. Oh wait, Petty, where's Petty? So 3 plus 5, 8. Plus the foul. I think she makes this shot. I can't remember, but let's say she makes it. 23-18. Petty's 9-4. Drives. Makes. Driving layup. Off a fast break. Plus the foul. Makes free throw +1. Ours is in. I wonder when she came in. Oh, Dantes was already in for Howard, but when did that happen? Oh, Dantes was already in that possession? See, these substitutions, when do they happen? Oh, okay. I see. So this possession where Lexi missed, Howard was already out, but Powers was not in yet, and Dantes was in. And okay, so that's when Powers came in. Powers for who? For Mitchell? No. For Lexi. Keep expanding. Okay, Sims is back. When was Sims back? Oh, now. Sims in for Petty. Let's see. Okay. Mitchell to Boston. Goes down low. Kelsey Mitchell wide open for 3. And it's good assist from Boston. See, to me, like whenever Aaliyah Boston gets doubled, that's great, because she knows how to find the open person. So I wouldn't worry about Aaliyah Boston getting doubled at all whatsoever. I mean, that's almost what you want to happen. 26-18. Queen 2 finds Rook 1 for made 3-point shot. First outstanding possession. Okay, we have a Leo Boston to Kelsey. Missed it, but nope, she got fouled. I think she makes 2, right? 28-18. 2 points. Rook 1 or shooting foul on Rook 1 while shooting 3. makes 2 free throws. +2. Okay, let's keep going. Kelsey made those 2. And this is a neutral possession. Okay. Next possession with less than a minute left. Kelsey to Dantas. Oh, there's another change here. Hang on, when did that happen? Can't keep up with these subs. Turner for Boston. It's Turner. Okay. But then Dantas got the rebound. Powers. Threw it away. Oh no. So Powers. This is minus. Let's see. Because she's a knight. Light ball turnover. -5, an additional -5, so that's -10. A horrendous possession, the first horrendous possession of the game, and this was 28-20. Oops, not that. Knight 5 commits light ball turnover that leads to Lynx basket. Yeah, those are killers. You want to prevent those as much as possible. Just a really bad pass. Okay, Mitchell. Less than a minute. Dantas to Kelsey right inside the 3-point line. That's just to me, that's a bad mid-range shot. And a bad mid-range shot. So missed mid-range. A bad one is -9. And why is it bad? Well, you still have 14 seconds left in the shot clock. You're coming off a weird screen. It's kind of being contested. Not a lot of ball movement. That's just a bad mid-range shot. So that's -9. So 5 -9, that's -4 for Kelsey Mitchell. Bad possession. 28-20. Rook 1 misses. Bad mid-range shot early in the shot clock. No ball movement. And contested just inside the 3-point line. It's just, you just don't want to take that type of shots, man. Like, if you're gonna miss a 3. Don't miss. I don't know. Okay. Okay, 38 seconds left. Dantas, the top of the key, finds Kelsey Mitchell. That was a nice find by Dantas and a nice made by Mitchell. Point. Good possession. Game scores 30-22. Doing okay so far, but if you're not consistent throughout, Minnesota's just gonna tear you apart, which is exactly what they did. Knight 1 finds Rook 1 for made driving layup. Okay, what happened there? Someone got fouled. Yep, Nafisa got fouled. Okay, so 10 seconds left in the quarter. Kelsey Mitchell bringing it down. Finds Dantas, who turns away, or turns around. Almost made it, but not quite. So it was 5 points for Mitchell. 0 for Dantas because it's a missed interior shot. 30-25. Stroke 1 finds Knight 1 for missed interior shot as the game clock expired. Just so we can add a little bit of context that it wasn't just a crazy wild shot. It's a shot that had to be taken. Okay. So here's where the first quarter and the first quarter. Start the second quarter. Okay. Let's see who starts the second. Okay, so second we have Power still, Sims still, no Mitchell, so Mitchell's out. We have Lexi back. Let's assume she's back for a while. We have Howard back. We still have Dantas, we still have Sims. And we still have Powers. No Turner. Man. Oops. Start of second quarter, first quarter. It wasn't bad, of course. This is the quarter where the Fever scored 30 points. So, we can't say that it was a bad quarter per se, right? They were making shots. They were moving the ball. Not only were they moving the ball, but look at how involved. This is very rare for Boston. If we look at prior evaluations, if we look at prior games, especially in the first quarter, you don't see this much involvement by Boston. But it's also no coincidence the fact that Boston was so involved in so many possessions. Like last time when I did my post-game evaluation and I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 possessions where Aaliyah Boston was involved, either taking a shot or creating for others. In the previous game against Minnesota, this happened 15 times the entire game. So out of 72 total possessions, Aaliyah Boston was only involved in 15. So here, the fact that it was 9, but as we see, we're going to see here really soon, they started going away from Aaliyah Boston. And when you do that, in my opinion, bad things start to happen. That's just how it goes. But, okay, let's start. Let's start the second. Okay, so Sims is coming down. That's a foul that they called on Howard. So Sims again, top of the key. Screen by Howard. Gives the ball to Dantas, top of the key. Powers finds Lexi. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. And then offensive foul by... Ooh. That was really bad call. I guess offensive foul on Dantas, but I didn't see any foul there. That was a little bit of a flop by Heidemann or whatever her name is. I didn't see the offensive foul. Back call. 30-27. Knight 1 commits offensive foul, or Dead ball turnover. That's a foul. But I don't. I got heartburn by that call because it didn't make any sense to me. Okay, so Powers at the top finds Howard contested and finds it. Was it assisted by Powers? Yeah, let's give it to Powers. I thought Howard traveled, but it's okay if they don't call it. And it's great if they don't call it. I guess they were making up for that offensive foul, maybe. Yeah. 32-29, Howard and Powers. So knight 5 finds rook 2 for made interior. Okay, Sims coming down, finding Howard again. That's a foul by Carrington on Howard. Howard to Powers. Powers goes down, misses, gets her own rebound, shoots again, and the foul. But hang on, because there's some substitutions here that I missed. Oh, after the foul, there was a sub. And the sub was Dantas out. Which I don't know if she came back. Boston in. So Boston, Howard, Lexi, Sims, Powers. But then Powers off an offensive rebound. Powers over here, 8. I think maybe she made the free throw. I can't remember. This is 35-29. Good possession. Knight. Shooting 5. Well, knight 1 or not 1. 5 makes interior shot off an offensive rebound plus a foul. Makes free throw plus. Let's see. I believe she makes the free throw. I can't remember. Yeah, she made it. Make the free throw. 35-29. Okay. Still looking good for the Fever. I mean, at least they're leading. Okay, Powers to Boston to Sims. Sims just launches. And the ball goes out of bounds. But it's a settle by Boston. I mean, it's a little early in the shot clock to be taking that kind of three. But let's just let it go. Boston and then Sims 0. 35-29. I mean, I could call it a bad shot, but she was kind of open. It's just early in the shot clock that, 15 seconds left in the shot clock, meaning that you could potentially find a better shot than Sims. If that's Kelsey Mitchell, of course, glad, happy with that all day. But Sims, I have a little bit of heartburn. I don't know what percentage she's shooting for the season, but going to finds 9-2 for missed 3. Hey, possession. Powers is coming down. Sims going to top of the key, screen by Boston. And here's where I think that, so Boston gives a screen, right? And Powers is driving, meaning that Boston's defenders is now chasing Powers, right? I think this is the perfect time to go back to Boston. But what happens often is that they don't. You know, like this is the time, just go back to Boston, but they just go and decide to go themselves. And then passed it to Powers outside again. So you just missed the opportunity for that screen that you had. And now, you know, ball goes off Lexi of a turnover from Powers again. So Powers -3. I just see so many missed opportunities for them to go back to Boston. Like, to me, the idea to have that screen with, you know, so Boston has it, she hands it off to the guard, screen, go back to Boston. Knight 5 commits that ball. Turnover. That's what you gotta do. Okay, next possession. Sims has it, gives it to Howard in the open court, which I think is dangerous and not a good thing. She threw it away. Yep, kind of threw it away. And this they charged to Boston, but this is Howard who just threw away the basketball because it was a really bad pass in traffic to Boston, and then Boston gets tied up. Jump ball, which I think they lose, but it's not even called a turnover or anything. Like, what is this even called? Oh, I guess I got the ball back, so the possession didn't end. Okay, so Sims to Mitchell. Mitchell fakes and drives to the basket. Was that an assist? I don't think so. It's just Mitchell. 10. Good. 37-29 at this point. Score was still fine, right? It's just all of a sudden they start to lose. Possession summary. Rook 1 makes drive and layup. Okay. Sims bringing it down to Boston, top of the key. Finds Kelsey Mitchell, like a really good pass. And then Mitchell kicks it out to Lexi, who misses. I mean, she's open, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so... Oh. I gave this to Howard, but this was Mitchell. When did she even come back? And for who? Oh, for Powers. When did that happen? Oh, man. When did that happen? Oh, maybe after that turnover. So this next possession. Okay. So this is Mitchell. Powers went out after this. This is who got 10. There we go. Lexi, Sims, Howard, Boston, Mitchell. Okay, Sims to Boston, top of the key. Oh, right, and then Lexi misses. Yeah, this is 0. And Mitchell set it up. It's marginal. 37-32. Mitchell, Lexi. Rook 1 finds Bishop 2. for missed interior shot. It was in the paint. It was kind of a mid-range, but it was in the painted area. If it was a mid-range, would charge it more, but it wasn't. Okay. Sims bringing it down again. Screen by Howard to Boston at the top of the key, and then a pass to Howard, which essentially she dropped. Yeah, it's a pass that Howard dropped, but I'm sure the turnover counts against Boston, so let's charge it like that, although I really think what happened was that Howard dropped that pass. 37-34, so Minnesota's already catching up. You know, I really don't, I mean, this is just the tricky part, like who do you charge? Since Boston made the pass, I guess you gotta charge Boston, but you dropping the pass. And I mean, this is the frustration as well with Caitlin Clark last season, right? Like she get charged for the turnover, even though it was the people dropping the passes. So we gotta charge it like that. But I'm gonna record it in the possession results summary. So Queen 2 commits dead ball turnover. However, Rook 2 dropped the pass. I'm charging it, but I'm recording it in a. Let's add context to this. You know what I mean? Just that's important. Context is important in this situation. Okay. Okay. Petty. Okay, Petty in now for Sims. Okay, everybody else the same. So Lexi to Boston. She goes to the paint, kicks it back out to Mitchell. The ball never comes back to Boston. Howard picked up an offensive rebound, nice offensive rebound there. So, but then Petty passes and Howard drops another pass, which goes out of bounds. Like it goes right underneath her legs. Who's the turnover on? It's on Petty, but it actually is again on Howard. So if we have here Rook 2 drop the pass, same thing here. Rook 2 drop the pass. 37-36. Knight 4 commits dead ball turnover. Again, however, Rook 2 dropped pass that went between her legs. I just have to add that context, because that context is important when you charge turnovers a certain way. It's a little bit unfair to this player, even because the teammates dropping the shit. Okay, Mitchell coming down, gives the pass to Howard. Howard to Lexi, who makes the 3. So it's a good play by Howard. Let's see, finally. And then Lexi finally hit that elusive 3 that was evading her the whole night. So 40-36. Fever still up. Rook 2 finds Bishop 2 for Nate. 3-point shot. Okay. Petty bringing it down. Bad pass to Howard. Almost gets intercepted to Boston, who kind of fakes and goes to the paint. Kicks it out to Petty, who makes that three. That's right. I forgot all about that banked three by Petty. So Boston with the assist. Three by Petty. Great possession. It's 43-38. Still barely leading. Queen 2 finds knight 4 for mate 3-point shot. And another three by Minnesota. And then what happened here? How did Mitchell get fouled? Oh, Petty to Kelsey Mitchell, who got fouled. And they were in the bonus. I think Kelsey makes both of these. $45 to $41. 2. On rook 1. Penalty. Makes both free throws. +2. Yeah, Kelsey was pretty good from the free throw line today. Wait, when did Sims come back in? Oh, just now, I guess. I'm like, I can't keep up. Eddie no longer here. Sims here. So Boston, Mitchell, Howard, Lexi, Sims. Boston to Lexi to Sims to Howard. Back to Sims. Screen. And Sims throws it away. Yep, Sims throws it away. And a foul. Sims throws it away. It's a live ball turnover. 45-43. Knight 2. Actually, I think that's how it was. Commit live ball turnover. Man, they couldn't get a rebound to save their life. Okay, Mitchell. Oh, Dantas came in. When did that happen again? Oh, okay. Right after that possession. So Dantas. So Howard is out here. Dantas in here. Okay, so Boston to Dantas, who I thought should have shot it right there. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Back to Boston. Kind of collides with Dantas, gives it back to Dantas and misses that. 3-point shot. Boston to Dantas, who missed it, but I mean, that's a shot that she should have taken. Especially with the clock winding down. She should have shot the one earlier, but queen 2 find knight 1 for for a missed 3-point shot. Kelsey to Dantas, who fakes and takes mid-range shot. Yeah, Kelsey kind of set it up. It wasn't too bad, but she just missed it. So 5. And then Dantas missed the mid-range shot. So 3 is -2. It's marginal. 45-47, so they were now trailing. And they never see the lead ever again. 1 finds like 1 or missed mid-range. Okay, Sims, Dantas, Mitchell, Boston. Okay, Sims, top of mid-court, drives, shoots, and misses. And I think when she did that, there were 13 seconds left on the shot clock, and she drove against a tall defender, a floater that is a low value shot. So I didn't like it. Sims -2. And no ball movement. 45-49. Knight 2 misses, bad interior shot. Right, let me see. Missed interior shot. If it's bad, it's -5. So I mean, things went really bad, but the difference here also, if we can see, is look at all this Boston involvement in the first quarter, resulting in really good possessions. Look at the Boston involvement in this second quarter. Not even a shot taken yet. Okay, I mean, Minnesota's already with a 7-point lead, and the half hasn't even ended yet. So Sims has the ball by midcourt again, guarded by Williams. Boston comes all the way up there, but she just wasted all that time. Drives, finds kind of Lexi, but then the shot clock expired. I don't know. Is this? Yeah, I think this counts on against Lexi. I don't know if they count turnovers for shot clock violations, but -3, bad. 45-52. And this is Bishop 2. Commit dead ball turnover. And let's just say shot clock violation. Because really, I mean, she was dribbling. Instead of shooting, she just kept dribbling, not aware that the shot clock was expiring, I think. She passed it. I mean, she passed it with a second left. And I think that ended the half. Okay, halftime and start of third quarter. What can I say about this one? There's really not much to say about the second quarter. Other than too much involvement from the others, not your key. So I mean, if we count, right, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 out of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 possessions, and only 8 of them have either Boston or Mitchell involvement. So less than half. That's not ideal for the second quarter, right? That's why you see so much bad. You know, all this bad possession. It was a possession that ended with Powers. This other bad possession, okay, it's a Boston turnover that really was a Howard turnover, but it's how we have to score it. This other bad possession is a Petty turnover. This other bad possession is a Sims turnover. This other bad possession is a Sims bad, what was this? Interior shot. And this bad possession is a Lexi turnover. So, you know, you've got to use Boston and Mitchell a little bit more, even in the second quarter. But when you go away from that, it's just too much. To my opinion, it's just too much Sims. It's too much Petty. It's too much Powers. You just can't do that. And I mean, Dantas was kind of off really all day or all night. Yeah. So that's the story, I think, of that second quarter. Okay, Howard back. See for how long. Boston and Mitchell. And we'll see. I mean, it's cool to kind of keep track of how that's going down and how that's happening. Or how that's developing, because that's part of the story. All right, let's start this third quarter. Yeah. Okay, let's start this third quarter now. How are you gonna get Aaliyah Boston involved again? Well, we're trying to get Aaliyah Boston involved again. That was Coach White was saying. Oh man, it's already a 10-point game pretty much. So Mitchell top, ignoring Aaliyah Boston, and then Lexi gives it to Aaliyah Boston, who gives it to Howard and just throws some wild shot down there. Boston 9, Howard 2. This was good. 45-54. Queen 2 finds Rook 2 for missed interior shot. Okay. Boston at the top of the key, hence it. Whoa, what happened? How is Powers already in the game? For who? For Sims? Wait, is that how it started? No, Sims started, and then 1 minute into it. One minute into it, she was taken out. Didn't even realize that. And this is the other thing, like, I'm sure Powers is great, but they just give so much trust to these players they pick up off the street. And I mean, instead of easing them into game after game so they can prove themselves, no, here you go. Here's the keys to the Indiana Fever. It's your team now. Like, I just don't get it. Okay, what was it? Boston to Mitchell. To Boston, goes down low and makes it. So Mitchell, Boston. Great possession. 47-57. Game's pretty much over at this point, but you know, we do what we do. Rook 1 finds queen 2. Bird made, interior shot. Okay. Kelsey Mitchell bringing down the basketball, finds Aliyah Boston. So who's the turnover here? Pass was the... Nah, I think Boston kind of fumbled it. And then it was... I mean, let's charge it against Boston. I guess that's fine. 47-57. Oops. Queen 2 bobbles. Pass that ends up in a jump ball. Team lose jump. I'm just counting it as a turnover because it kind of is. Especially if you don't recover the jump ball, right? Okay, and then Kelsey Mitchell is driving fast, takes it against Williams and scores. It's 49-57 at this point. Rook 1 makes driving layup off a fast break. That's that. Okay. Powers bringing down the basketball. They trust whoever to run point, I guess. Lexi back to Howard. Howard's trying to direct some traffic. Gives it to Mitchell at the top by the logo. 8 seconds left. Back to Howard with not a lot of room to operate. And what, gets fouled? I guess she got fouled. But after that, Kelsey Mitchell throws it to Powers. And the ball goes out of bounds. And it's 3. Bad. Game score 49-57. Rook 1 commits that ball. Turnover. Who's on the court? Powers, Howard, Boston, Lexi. Okay. Mitchell driving or bringing the basketball down. No ball movement, nothing at all whatsoever. But she makes a driving layup against 2 defenders. 16 seconds left on the clock. Let's see who was guarding. Smith. Yeah, mainly Smith. She made it, but so it's 5. Layup, bad layup, or made bad layup plus 3. I'm gonna say it was a bad layup, but she made it. 51-60. Rook 1 makes bad driving layup early in the shot clock. No ball movement against all defender. I mean, again, I'm glad he went in, but you can't bank on those going in consistently because that's just not a great situation for someone to take that shot. Okay, Powers bringing it down. Foul. Whoa, offensive foul on Powers. Another turnover. (51-62). Knight 5 commits that ball turnover. Offensive foul. Okay. Mitchell bringing it down. Yo-yoing a little bit. Gives it to Boston, who drives to the basket but misses. (51-64). Wing 2 misses. Driving interior shot. Okay, next one. Petty's in. Wait, when did all this happen? So who's on the court? Petty for who? For Powers? And then Turner for Howard. Okay. Petty, Turner, Lexi, Mitchell, Boston. Okay, Petty bringing it down to Kelsey Mitchell. Screen by Turner. She kind of passes to Turner, but okay, they get it back, but it's a live turnover by Mitchell. (51-66). So the lead, of course, ballooning. Group 1 commits live ball turnover. And you can tell, I mean, this quarter has been atrocious already. Look at all those bad possessions. And this is what, the third quarter? Okay, Petty bringing it down. Passes to Lexi. Drives to Petty, who, let's see, she scores. Yeah, I think that's an assist by Lexi. 3, Petty, 8. Good. 53-66. Good setup by Lexi. Good finish by Petty. Bishop 2. Finds Knight 4. For made interior shot. Okay. Not bad. Good score. Okay, what happened here? Lexi's bringing it down on a fast break. And then stops on a dime. Corner for Mitchell, who gets fouled. I think she makes all of these. So 56, 66. I believe she makes all three, if I'm not mistaken. Shooting foul on Rook 1 while taking 3. Makes 3 free throws. Plus 3. Right? She make it? Yep, she made all 3. Okay. Okay, next, Mitchell driving. Man, see, so Boston handoff to Mitchell, who goes down to, oh man. It's like against 3 defenders. Let's see, it's McBride, it's Carlton, it's forgot number 77, forgot her name. Shepard, everybody. Of course she missed. Where we that's just so bad. So 0. 50, 69. Those are the type of plays that I think, I mean, she's good, of course, but the awareness, because you have Petty. So here's what's happening in this play, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Lynx players colliding on Kelsey Mitchell while she's on the paint, right? You have Petty wide open in the corner. You have Powers open, but I don't know how good of a shooter, but Petty has been lights out in the corner, wide open. And then you have Boston, if you were to go to the other side of the court, to the left side, who could have popped for a 2. And even if any of them missed, it's a better shot than whatever was taken here. It's a wild shot. I mean, I'll show it. So here's what I'm talking about. So Boston to Mitchell, right? So look at this. I mean, this is the thing here. It's 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Petty open right here. Okay, here is where she's at. Petty's open. Boston. Oh, I can't point all the way over there, but Boston, it's over here. Petty over here. Powers over here. While the whole entire team is colliding on Kelsey Mitchell. What happens? Of course, she missed. So 0. Rook 1 misses. Bad driving layup. Early in the shot clock against 4 Minnesota Lynx defenders. You just can't do that. Okay, Petty bringing it down. Turner, Boston. Oh man, hang on a second. When did Powers come in? It's Petty, Turner, and Lexi. Powers came in for Lexi, seems like. Okay, Petty to Turner to Boston. Hence it to Petty, who makes the 3. So Boston hands it to Petty, fakes and 3. Great possession, 59-71. Assist, Aliyah Boston. Score. Petty, Queen 2, points. Knight 4. 4 made. 3. Let's go. They did so many reviews on this game. And not only did they do so many reviews, they took forever on each review. Another review. Because of an elbow. That took forever. Okay, Boston to Petty to Boston. Aliyah against Williams. Back to Petty, back to Powers. Powers to Petty. Petty drives some floater in there that she kind of had to take because the shot clock was going down, but 0. Did anyone? Nah. $61-71. Petty. Knight 4 misses. Interior shot. Okay, Boston with the ball, top of the key, gives it to Powers, who drives. Did she get fouled or something? Oh yeah, she got fouled. Powers to Petty, screened by Boston. Boston top of the key, passes back to Petty, who makes another 3. I didn't even remember that. Petty was kind of lights out. Boston, Petty. I think she had a pretty good game now that I'm kind of looking here. I haven't seen many turnovers. Queen 2 finds Knight 4 for a mate 3-point shot. Okay, Powers to Boston. Boston back to Petty. Screen by Boston. To Powers, fakes, drives, throws some crazy stuff in there by herself against a pretty good defender. I mean, against Carlton, when you had Boston. Boston was defended, but you did have Mitchell kind of driving. What this team is lacking is awareness, right? I mean, one thing where Minnesota is really, really good. Minnesota is really good on court awareness. So whenever someone's, doubled or too many defenders come at you, they can find the open person. The Fever don't have that at all. There's not many players. I think only Boston is capable of doing that, but not many others. This is a kind of bad interior shot by Powers here. So 3 minus 5, it's -2. It's bad. 64, 74. Oops. Knight 5 misses. Bad interior shot. Why was it a bad interior shot? Well defended. And rook 1 was wide open. Perfect. Just need better awareness. But I mean, I have these players that are at the very back of the depth chart and who are, playing a bunch of minutes. So I understand that we gotta cut some slack to this team. Okay, so Sims came in for Powers, it seems like. And when did Lexi come in? Oh, just now. For who? Let's see. So Powers is out. Seems like Petty is out as well. And then Sims is in. Lexi's back in. So Turner, Boston, Mitchell. Okay. So Mitchell with the ball. Screen by Boston. She's driving, finds Boston. Who, I mean, takes a pretty good 3, but misses. But then Minnesota doesn't recover. So Sims to Mitchell, who has a little bit of room, but not much. Sims 3, Mitchell 2, marginal 64, 74. Knight 2 finds rook 1 for missed 3-point shot. Okay, Sims to Boston. Boston drives, gets double teamed, kicks it back to Sims, to Lexi. Lexi comes out to Sims, screen by Boston. Sims finds Boston down low. That was a really good play by Sims, actually. But that's what they need to do. That's what happens all the time. So, I'll bring this up because I think this is a good example of what happens. So, Sims at the top, a screen by Boston. So whenever this screen by Boston is extremely important, right? But this happens all the time. So screen by Boston, the drive, and then when Boston drives to the basket, what typically happens is the player just keeps going or passes it to another player. But what this needs to happen is this ball needs to go back to Boston. So see how that happens? Boom. And I mean, Boston still had an opportunity to kick it back out to Mitchell, but see how that simple action disrupts the entire defense. And this is the defense of the Minnesota Lynx. The problem is the Fever don't take advantage of it. So again, Sims, top of the key, Boston comes in, screen. This is perfect. This is the pick and roll that you need to play all the time, especially with someone like Boston who can find the open person or score herself. So again, boom, 2 come at Sims, find Boston in the middle. So here she's got an opportunity because look, Heidemann, I think it's her name, she's kind of looking away from the play. So you could either hit Mitchell or Lexi or take it yourself because you have a smaller defender. So Boston takes it herself. But this is Sims 3, Boston. This is a great possession. 66. So, right, yeah. Knight 2 finds queen 2 for mate interiors. Okay, and the quarter ended. End of third quarter. Start of fourth quarter. And let's see who starts this fourth quarter. That that interview by Cheryl Reeve was something else, man. Like, she just doesn't care. Oh, what happened here? Start of the fourth quarter. Okay. Who's starting? Sims, Powers, there's someone else, Lexi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turner's still in. Powers. Mitchell's out. Boston's in somehow. Sims is in. Let's make it symmetric. So Boston, Lexi, Sims, Powers, Turner. Okay, Boston on the top of the key, to Powers, to Lexi, to Sims. Whoa, bad pass, but they retain possession. Sims to Boston, driving to Turner, who takes a 3, and you know, yeah, I have to rock Turner here. I mean, I kind of feel bad, but she's not a good 3-point shooter, so she shouldn't be shooting threes. But the shot clock was expiring. So, oops, hang on. This is -8 for Turner. Because it's -9, so she's worth 1 point. And then -9 for a bad shooter shooting a 3, regardless of what's going on in the shot clock. That's just what it is. 66, 77. Oh, wait. Oh, actually, wait. No, Lexi saved it. Lexi got that offensive rebound, but then she missed the offensive rebound. So never mind. No Boston. Oops. And no Turner. Actually, Lexi picked it back up. 0. This is now a bad possession. Still 66-77. Bishop 2 misses interior shot off an offensive bound. So foul against who? Oh, against Sims. Okay, Sims, top of the key, screen with Boston, goes, passes to Boston, who's got two defenders, finds Turner, who misses down low. So 9, and now Turner for sure. So missed an interior shot, which she should have made. This is -2. Marginal. 66.77. Queen 2 finds pawn 1 for missed interior shot. Yeah, that's a shot she has to make. Powers to Turner, back to Powers with Carlton on her, goes to the paint, gives to Sims, who shoots a 3 and misses. Powers set it up, Sims missed. Marginal 66.79. Knight 5 finds Knight 2 for missed 3-point. At least they're taking shots here and they're not just turnovers. And they're moving the basketball, which is good. So Sims bringing it down again to Boston. Guarded by Smith, just posting, top of the key. Now Williams, now to Powers. Screen by Boston. Powers, no, that's just a bad shot. You can't do that. It's in the interior, but that's a bad shot. It's just well contested. Too much traffic. Have to be aware that you have other people that are wide open, but so bad shot, so 3 is -2. Yeah, -2. Bad possession. 66.79. Knight 5 misses. Bad interior shot. Well contested by 2 defenders. I don't know. That's just a shot you shouldn't be taking down there. Not her. You know what I mean. Okay, Powers driving on a fast break, takes it herself and scores. So 3, 5, 8, 68, 79. Scored. Possession results summary. Knight 5 makes driving layup off a fast break. Okay, Sims. Oh, something happened here. Substitutions. Okay, who's in? Boston still in. Howard is now in. Lexi's still in. Mitchell's in. And Sims is in. So who's not in? Powers or Turner? Okay. Okay, so Boston has a foul somewhere. Okay. Sims. Oh wait, Turner is in. Oh, they took out Boston, I guess. Okay, Sims to Mitchell. Back to Sims. Screen by Turner. She's in the paint, nowhere to find. Found Mitchell, who found Lexi, who found Sims, who back to Lexi. 3 seconds left. 2 seconds. Howard apparently got fouled, which, again, I'm not trying to say. It's just 69-81. I just didn't think that was a foul. Shooting foul on 2. Make both free throws. And this is 70-81. Make both. Howard. Doesn't happen often. Okay, Turner to Mitchell to Lexi in the corner for 3. Bam. So 5. Lexi 12. Great possession. 73-84. Put Petty's in now. Like, the substitutions here were kind of out of control. Petty for who? For Sims? Turner still in. Oops. I wish Sophie was in. She's not. Three. Rook 1 finds bishop 2. Or mate 3. One shot. Okay. I think I got the people on the court. Okay, Petty bringing down Boston's now in for Turner. Howard, Lexi, Mitchell, Petty. Okay. Petty bringing it down to Boston, who drives and makes it. So who? Petty? Petty with Boston. Perfect. So 14. Petty, 3. Outstanding. I mean, great possession. 75, 84. Knight 4 finds queen for mate interior shot. Whoa. So Petty with a life ball turnover. Let's see. Does it end in points. Nope. So -5 for Petty. 75-86. Knight 4 commits life ball turnover. Still on the court. Okay, Howard drives against Alana Smith and makes some crazy shot, which I'm typically not a fan of that shot, but she made it. So let's give it to her. 77-86. Rook 2 makes driving interior shot off fast break. Okay, Petty to Howard to Mitchell. Boston screen. Mitchell back to Boston, who it's a jump ball, but I think she wins the jump ball, so not a turnover. Petty drives to the basket, finds Lexi, and then Lexi. Whoa. Lexi, it's a dead ball turnover. Guess she missed it. So -3 for Lexi. 77-87. Here's where that elbow by McBride happened, which I thought it was, I don't know, it seemed intentional, you know. It's like McBride was annoyed with the way that she was being held by Lexi, and then she just threw that elbow. Bishop 2 commits dead ball turnover. Not sure how much longer they're going to be on the court. I think they're about to get taken out. The game has been out of hand for a while now. Reviewing the play for like 3 hours. Mitchell bringing it down to the paint. Foul by somebody. Mitchell again to Boston, to Petty, back to Mitchell at the top, to Petty, top of the key. Lexi was able to get it off as time expired, but she missed. Did they recover? Nope. So Petty and Lexi. 3-0. Marginal. 78-89. Knight 4, find Bishop 2, 4 missed, 3-point shot as clock expired. Okay, Mitchell bringing it down, screen by Boston to Lexi, back to Mitchell, screen by Boston, and then the pick and pop. So Mitchell did get back to Boston, Boston back to Mitchell, Mitchell to Lexi, who misses 3-point shot. But she was wide open, you know, it's a shot you got to take. What I really liked in this possession, so possession 68, was the ball movement by Kelsey. Like, she had a pick and roll with Boston, found her, but then Boston didn't see anything that she liked, gave it back to Mitchell, and then she found Lexi wide open. So that was good by Kelsey. 78-91. But this wasn't, I mean, this is one of those possessions that you live with and it's okay. These aren't those backbreakers. Oops. Rook 1 finds bishop 2. We missed 3. I think this is where they emptied the bench. Let me see. Yep. Well, no. Powers is in, but for who? For Howard? Betty. Howard is out. Not sure for how much longer. Lexi's in. Mitchell's still in. Yeah, this is who's on the court. Okay, Mitchell at the top, bringing it down to Boston. Boston back to Mitchell. To Powers. Powers drives to Boston, and that's when she gets blocked by Williams, which was a really nice block by Williams. Petty scores. And Lexi setup, yeah. I think it's a Lexi setup. 3, 8, good. 80, 93. Bishop 2 finds knight 4. Remade driving layup. Mitchell bringing it down to Boston, fouled by Smith, but I think she missed both free throws. 80, 95. So, I mean, it's nothing. Personal foul on Queen 2. Penalty. Misses both free throws. 0. And they're about to clear the bench. Wait, who came in? Turner for Lexi, seems like. Timeout. I think they're about to clear the bench. So who's there now? Turner. Powers. Petty. Himpson. Rex here. Timpson. Sims. Okay, Sims. This is garbage time now. Sims to Petty. Top of the key to Powers. Shot clock expired on Powers. It's 3. 80, 95. Knight 5 commits dead ball turnover. Shot clock violation. Okay, Petty to Turner to Powers, drives, passes to Timpson wide open for 2. Timpson. $82.95. Knight 5 finds Knight 3 for mate interior. Okay, Turner to Sims. Whoa. To Powers. To Turner, who made it. Whoa, made it. Was that Powers? Yeah, Powers. Found a driving Turner. Turner doesn't make many shots. Interior shot is 6 points. 84.97. Knight 5 finds pawn 1 for made interior shot. I think that's it. That was the game. 73 possessions of struggle bussing. Delete. This was 24 August. 204 by Boston, 103 by Mitchell, 59 by Howard, 59 by Petty. That's a night. Impressive. Lexi, well, struggled a little bit. And that is that. I mean, look at the, again, fourth quarter Boston involvement, just non-existent. Well. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. That's what we have. That's the game. It was, well, just as I expected. That it was going to be just a struggle. A lot of it is no organization on offense, no structure on offense, no real game plan on offense, or at least not really understanding who the possessions need to funnel through, which is a little Boston. I've said it many times already, but it is what it is. But this is the evaluation. Tomorrow I'll go more in depth with a post-game reaction. So it should be in the morning at some point, or maybe upload it by noon or something like that. So I'll use the box score and the chessboard basketball evaluation sheet. But if at any point you were with me here as I was doing the evaluation, I know there was no movement on the chat, but I noticed that there's people coming in and out. I appreciate you stopping by. This is really, to me, this is I believe in this system. I believe in the result of this because it really makes it easier to evaluate the game from offensive standpoint later on. So that's what I'm going to do then tomorrow. But I like doing the evaluations live. Number one, if someone were to pop up and see how I do it, or if someone wants to chat, we could do that for sure as well. So But anyways, that's it for this live stream doing the evaluation sheet. Like I said, thanks for whoever stuck out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.